Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am a Christian friend who accompanies you every Thursday from Chile. I would like to ask the relationship between destiny and free will in Islam. God bless you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. To our Christian friend, first I'm going to wish you Salaam Alaikum. Peace be upon you. That is a greeting of Jesus alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam too. That if you are Christian especially, they say it once a week in their church. Peace be unto you, peace be unto you. They give each other a hug once a week. For the Muslims, we give this greeting of Jesus, we give this greeting of Moses alayhi salam, of 124,000 prophets, of our Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam, your prophet and my prophet, everyone's prophet. We give it as much as we can. Whenever we see each other, we say, peace be upon you. Salaam alaikum. Instead of saying hello, what is hello? Or good evening. What is that? We say, peace be upon you. Salaam alaikum. Alaikum salam. Very nice. Perfect. Because whatever the prophets they bring, it is perfect. Welcome to you. You are welcome to join us. Take whatever is necessary for you. We will try to answer to some of your questions, because now, in order to move into this question of destiny and free will, a certain foundation has to be laid in Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my Lord and your Lord, and the Lord of Jesus, and the Lord of Moses, and the Lord of every prophet that came. Check. Jesus, Isa alayhi salam, the language that he spoke in, Aramaic, he never said God, or Deus, or Deo. He said Allah. So, say Allah. Say the way that Jesus referred to his Lord, Allah. That time you are walking in the footsteps of your prophet. That time you will find safety. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my Lord and your Lord and everyone's creator, he has created us. And he has created everything in existence. And he will create, and he continues to create. There are certain things that you have to understand. We're laying certain foundations now. How things, although they are similar, for example, Isa alayhi salam calling Allah, Allah, God Allah, and Muslims calling God Allah. There are certain things that are also dissimilar. They're similar, but a little bit different. It doesn't mean they're completely opposite to each other. A little bit different. For example, Allah is the creator. He created before eternity and post-eternity. He continues to create. Now, Christians believe he create, then seventh day he rest. But Islam is saying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not in need of rest or sleep. And he is a creator and he continues to create. So, there are certain things that we need to understand in order to sit on the same foundation to begin discussing other things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created man, humans, for the sole reason, the only reason he has created us is to know him and to worship him. That reason to know him and to worship him is not given to the angels, is not given to the animals, is not given to other creatures that Allah has created, only to man. In order to worship Allah, you have to know him. That is the highest knowledge, to know him. But the Holy Prophet ﷺ says, in order to know Allah, you have to know yourself. So now, what is Sufism? What is Tasawwuf? It's teaching us how to know our Lord through the teachings, special teachings of the prophets, teaching us first how to know ourselves. So it is not self-knowledge according to your own self too. You follow self-knowledge according to the teachings that the prophets they brought. And whatever that they have brought, it must come from an authorized teacher that is coming from an unbroken chain, lineage, stretching to thousands of years. That is important. Otherwise, that is going to be very dangerous, because not everyone is authorized to teach. And we are looking at the highest knowledge, the most delicate and the most dangerous knowledge ever, which is the knowledge of your Lord through knowledge of yourself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us. To mankind, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has given us free will. Free will. Meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us the right to choose. It doesn't mean that because He has given us the right to choose, whatever we choose, it is correct. You understand? It doesn't mean we are given the right to whatever one we choose, where it is correct. No, it is not. Allah has put His will, and He has made His will clear. What He likes and what He doesn't like. Now He has given us the free will, whether to follow Allah's will or to follow the will of our ego. The spirit and the ego. The spirit belongs to Allah, and the ego wants to go to the complete opposite side. It is not one angel, one devil, everyone is trying to, no. There's Disney cartoon kind of morality, okay? There are two angels here, on the right and on the left. They're not here whispering things for you to do. One is recording good actions, the other, and intentions. The other one is recording bad actions. The angel on the left does not record bad intentions. There's another dissimilarity, because they put very heavy burdens in other religions. If you think wrong things, immediately you are in sin. Just to think. In Islam, no. You think wrong things, it is wrong, but the angel is not going to record it. If you do something wrong, the angel will not record it until he asks the permission from the angel on the right. This man did a wrong thing. Do I have permission to write it? The angel on the right says, no. Wait for how many hours? 6 hours. Wait for 6 hours. If within the 6 hours he remembers his Lord and asks for His forgiveness, don't write it. You see how merciful our Lord is? If he becomes arrogant and within the 6 hours he doesn't ask for forgiveness, write it down and write for that one wrong thing, one wrong punishment he is entitled to. 1 to 1. The angel on the right, he records intentions and actions. Intentions and actions. When you make a good intention, he records it. And you will be rewarded, blessed for that. Right intention. You haven't done anything. For example, you wake up and you say, I intend today to serve my Lord. I intend to serve everyone. I intend to. You're just making that intention. Positive thinking. You're already changing inside. The angel is busy recording it. And if you do the action, of that intention, you will get rewarded. Not one time, not double, between 7 times to 7,000 times, depending on the action that you do and the sincerity that you do it with. See how merciful our Lord is now? So these 2 angels, they're doing it. The Spirit coming from one holy breath that Allah has given, blown into Adam alayhi salam. Spirit is coming from that. The ego now is a completely different creature that Allah has created, that everything he does is against the will of Allah. And it's put both of it now inside of us to see which one in this world now, which one is going to be on top. If you are remembering your Lord and your Prophet and following in their footsteps, that time your spirit is going to be controlling your ego, and the ego, with the ego's power, the spirit can rise high. But if the ego now is on top of the spirit, and the ego wants now to do it, and you just give in, meaning the spirit becomes weak, and the ego takes over, that time you go to the left side. You go to the side where there is going to be punishment here and hereafter. So the choice is now up to us. The choice is given to the spirit now. But of course things are a little bit difficult, because we are not living in a spiritual world. We're living in asfala safilin, in the lowest of the low, in this dunya, with desires, with shaitan, another thing outside that is giving support to the ego and our ego. So now, free will. Allah giving us free will to choose. Animals do not have free will. They don't choose. Whatever that Allah has created them for, they do. You understand? Angels, they don't have free will. They are not men, they are not women. There's another thing that is different from Christianity. They are made from light. They are not males and they are not females. They don't reproduce. Shaitan is not from the angels. Angels, they have complete obedience. They don't disobey. Christianity is saying Lucifer is from the angels and they disobey. No. Shaitan is coming from a different category of creatures. They are made from smokeless fire. Angels is made from pure light. But certain things that Allah has given to the man, Allah also gives to these other ones. And if they become obedient to Allah, they may rise high to the station of angels. But they are not angels. So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not give a choice to angels, did not give a choice to animals to choose. Angels, if order is given to them, they obey completely, never disobeying. But Allah has given the choice to man. This is free will. But Allah did not give a choice to say, haq, truth is equal to untruth. Never. Allah did not give us a choice to say light is equal to darkness. They are not equal. Allah has shown us through our hearts, through our conscience, what is right and what is wrong. He has shown us through thousands of prophets what is right and what is wrong, what is His will and what is the will of evil. He has shown us through billions of friends of Allah, those saints, what is His will and what is the will of evil. And He has brought hundreds of books, holy books down to show us. What our Shaykh says, if Allah did not send prophets or books or friends of Allah, awliya Allah, saints, just our heart alone, we would find truth and would leave falsehood. So free will is given to us to choose. Now, Qadr, destiny. It is what? One of our 6 articles of faith. Amantu billahi, we believe in Allah. Wa malaikatihi, wa kutubihi, wa rusulihi, wa yawmil akhiri, bi qadrihi sharihi. We believe in Allah, we believe in the angels, we believe in the books, we believe in the prophets, we believe in the day of judgment, and we believe in the destiny of Allah, that good and bad, it comes with the power and with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything that happens, even the smallest leaf that falls down, it is happening with the knowledge and with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now, that is a destiny. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala write the destiny of mankind. It is overarching everything. It's overreaching, covering everything. That is Qadr. But irada, free will, we may move within this dome. You understand? Within this dome of Qadr, of destiny, we may move. And the prophets, they are sent to make us to move. There are certain destinies that cannot be changed. There are certain destinies that with a proper connection that you have, you may change it. You may change it. You may change the movement, and you may change the result. So, good and bad coming from Allah does not mean that Allah likes what is happening. Because people say, it is my destiny to become a murderer, so I'm a murderer. It is my destiny to become a thief, so I'm a thief. It's the destiny for me to be an evil person, to be a wrong person. It is my destiny. I am destined to be like this. So I don't have to be a good one. This is wrong. This is wrong. Because what is Allah's destiny for the whole of mankind? Paradise. Allah's destiny for mankind is paradise. But how we move along to that, we may change the destiny, no? If Allah destines for a person to go to paradise, and prophets are sent, awliya Allah has sent, they're still not waking up. You are not going to go to paradise. If it cannot be changed, then why prophets are sent to the most stubborn ones? Musa alayhi salam was sent to Firaun. If he's repeatedly being sent, that means that there is still a possibility Allah wants him to change his heart, isn't it? Same thing with Namrud and Ibrahim alayhi salam. Allah wants them to change, but now they are using the free will that Allah has given to them to say, no, I'm not going to open my heart to Allah. Allah will not force you. So that time now, you're using your free will not to go according to the will of Allah, but using your free will to go according to the will of your ego and shaitan. You made a choice. You cannot blame Allah now. Allah does not force you. He's given you a choice. But you chose the wrong side. May Allah always keep us on the footsteps of our sheikhs and our Prophet to bring us to a good end, inshallah. That is their wish, that is their prayer. This much we may speak on this subject for today. And the Lord of Jesus, and the Lord of Moses, and the Lord of every prophet that came. Check. Jesus, Isa alayhi salam, the language that he spoke in, Aramaic, he never said God or Deus or Deo. He said Allah. So, say Allah. Say the way that Jesus referred to his Lord, Allah. That time you are walking in the footsteps of your Prophet. That time you'll...
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I am a Christian friend who accompanies you every Thursday from Chile. I would like to ask the relationship between destiny and free will in Islam. God bless you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. To our Christian friend, first I'm going to wish you Salaam Alaikum. Peace be upon you. That is a greeting of Jesus alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam too. That if you are Christian especially, they say it once a week in their church. Whatever the prophets they bring, it is perfect. Welcome to you. You are welcome to join us. Take whatever is necessary for you. We will try to answer to some of your questions, because now, in order to move into this question of destiny and free will, a certain foundation has to be laid in Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my Lord and your Lord, peace be unto you, peace be unto you. They give each other a hug once a week. For the Muslims, we give this greeting of Jesus, we give this greeting of Moses alayhi salam, of 124,000 prophets, of our Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam, your prophet and my prophet, everyone's prophet. We give it as much as we can. Whenever we see each other, we say, peace be upon you. Salaam alaikum. Instead of saying hello, what is hello? Or good evening. What is that? We say, peace be upon you. Salaam alaikum. Alaikum salam. Very nice. Perfect. Because what I find safety. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my Lord and your Lord and everyone's creator, He has created us. And He has created everything in existence. And He will create, and He continues to create. There are certain things that you have to understand. We're laying certain foundations now. How things, although they are similar, for example, Isa alayhi salam calling Allah, Allah, God Allah, and Muslims calling God Allah. There are certain things that are also dissimilar. They're similar, but a little bit different.